Okay, here's the second video. Let me see if we can make this work. Alright, so the example that you gave, if I remember correctly, it said y equals negative x, and that was it. And you're wondering, from the example that I gave you, you're like, well, where's the plus b and where's the number in front of the x? So plus b is actually very simple. The plus b, if there's nothing out there, the only thing you can add when there's nothing out there is plus 0. Those are great because those cross right at the middle of the graph. So let's go ahead and make us a graph. And make the graph. There's our y-axis. And there's our x-axis. And like I said, if there's nothing out there, it has to be 0. So actually you do the same thing you did before. You go to the middle of the graph and you go up 0. Well, up 0 is right there in the middle. So there you have your first dot of the two dots. So then the question becomes, well, what about this number right here that I cannot see? Well, that number right there is multiplying. And the only number you can multiply by and not change something is the number 1. So we know that there's a 1 in front of there. And since there's a negative over here, that just happens to be negative 1. So here's kind of the trick to this whole thing. When you're looking at the number in front of the x, whether you can see it or not. If there's no number in front of it, meaning no number you can see, or even if there is a number in front of it, but it's not a fraction, the number on the bottom is 1. Always 1, because you divide by 1 and nothing changes. Which means if there's no number in front of the x, or there's only a number that's not a fraction, like plus 7 or minus 2 or something like that, that means that you're always going to go right 1. Always, always, always go right 1. That's what that means. So in this case, we have down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. So the number on top is going to be, since there's no number there, it has to be 1. And the number on the bottom is also 1. But since it's a minus, it's going to be down 1. So we're going to get down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1, and we put our other dot. And there you go. Now, once again, it only takes 2 points to plot a line. So we now have our line. So that's what y equals negative x looks like.